The Fast and the Furious, 2001, opens with a high-octane heist on a Los Angeles highway, where a group of highly skilled drivers hijacks a truck full of valuable electronics. As the heist unfolds, the scene is set for a world where street racing and illegal activities intersect. The film introduces us to Brian O'Connor, an undercover LAPD officer tasked with infiltrating the street racing community to identify the culprits behind a series of similar thefts. Brian, played by Paul Walker, is depicted as a character with a deep love for cars and racing, which serves as his ticket into this underground world. His mission is to gain the trust of Dominic Toretto, a charismatic and enigmatic street racer played by Vin Diesel, who is suspected to be the mastermind behind the heists. As Brian delves deeper into the world of underground racing, he quickly becomes enamored with the adrenaline-fueled lifestyle and the tight-knit community surrounding it. He earns the respect of Dominic and his crew by proving his racing prowess during a high-stakes street race. Despite losing the race due to mechanical issues, Brian's daring driving impresses Dominic, and he is invited into their inner circle. The film paints a vivid picture of this subculture, showcasing the vibrant and diverse community of racers who live by a code of loyalty and respect. The bond between Brian and Dominic begins to blur the lines between his duties as a cop and his burgeoning friendship, creating a tension that underpins the narrative. The central plot thickens as Brian becomes romantically involved with Dominic's sister, Mia Toretto, played by Jordana Brewster. As their relationship develops, Brian is faced with an increasingly complex moral dilemma. His growing affection for Mia and his admiration for Dominic lead him to question his allegiance and priorities. The film skillfully builds this internal conflict, as Brian must navigate his dual identity while remaining focused on his mission. Meanwhile, the tension escalates when another crew, led by Johnny Tran, emerges as a potential rival and threat, adding another layer of complexity to the story. The action intensifies as the film races towards its climax, with Brian forced to reveal his true identity to Dominic and his crew after a botched truck heist leaves one of Dominic's crew members wounded. This revelation acts as a catalyst for the final act, where loyalty, betrayal, and the blurred lines between right and wrong converge. The film's most iconic scenes unfold during a final heart-pounding chase sequence that pits Brian against Tran and his gang, showcasing breathtaking stunts and high-speed action. As the dust settles, Dominic confronts Brian, leading to a poignant moment where Brian must decide between arresting his friend or letting him go, a decision that defines the film's underlying theme of honor among thieves. The film concludes with an emotionally charged ending that leaves the future of Brian and Dominic's relationship uncertain. Brian lets Dominic escape, handing him the keys to his car as a gesture of respect and understanding. This act of defiance against his law enforcement duties solidifies the bond between the two characters, setting the stage for future installments in the franchise. The Fast and the Furious effectively combines thrilling action sequences with a compelling narrative that explores themes of loyalty, identity, and the allure of rebellion. It captures the essence of street racing culture while establishing a legacy that would evolve into a blockbuster franchise, forever altering the landscape of action cinema. The 2001 film, The Fast and the Furious, directed by Rob Cohen, may have launched a billion-dollar franchise, but its origins are surprisingly humble. The movie was inspired by a 1998 Vibe magazine article titled Racer X by Ken Lai, which delved into the underground world of street racing in New York City. Cohen, intrigued by the vibrant street racing culture, worked to bring the visceral experience of racing to the big screen. The title itself was borrowed from a 1955 Roger Corman movie, with Universal Studios paying Corman for the rights to use it. This initial installment set the stage for the adrenaline-fueled saga that followed, but its beginnings were deeply rooted in the authentic, gritty world of real street racers. Behind the scenes, the production faced numerous challenges, especially in recreating the high-octane racing scenes that would become the film's signature. Many of the iconic car stunts were performed practically, with real cars and skilled drivers rather than relying heavily on CGI, which was not as advanced at the time. Stunt coordinator Mick Rogers and his team meticulously choreographed the races, often using innovative techniques such as mounting cameras on the cars to capture the action from dynamic angles. The cast, including Paul Walker and Vin Diesel, underwent extensive driving training to ensure authenticity in their performances. This commitment to realism not only amplified the film's impact, but also set a new standard for action sequences in Hollywood. Among the interesting trivia, Paul Walker's character, Brian O'Connor, was originally named Brian Earl Spillner, a nod to his undercover status. However, the name was changed to better fit Walker's all-American persona. Additionally, The movie features an unexpected cameo from rapper Ja Rule, who plays a street racer named Edwin. This role was initially intended to be larger, but due to scheduling conflicts, it was reduced. Another fascinating tidbit is that the film's signature lime green Mitsubishi Eclipse, driven by Walker, was later repurposed in another Universal project, Too Fast, Too Furious, showcasing the studio's penchant for recycling props. Easter eggs abound within the film, offering nods to car culture aficionados. For instance, the danger to manifold warning that appears on Brian's car dashboard has become a humorous meme among car enthusiasts due to its vague and somewhat meaningless warning in real-world automotive diagnostics. Moreover, the film features several nods to car culture, such as the presence of NOS nitrous oxide systems, which plays a crucial role in the races, symbolizing the real-world obsession with tuning cars for maximum speed. These subtle details enrich the movie's authenticity, ensuring it resonates deeply with its target audience of car enthusiasts and action lovers alike. The psychology behind the film reflects a deep understanding of the allure of speed and the underground racing culture. The narrative explores themes of loyalty, honor, and rebellion, drawing a parallel between the thrill of illegal street racing and the character's need for freedom and identity. The film portrays its protagonists as modern-day outlaws, living life on the edge and challenging societal norms, a concept that resonates with audiences seeking vicarious thrills. The dynamic between Vin Diesel's Dominic Toretto and Paul Walker's Brian O'Connor encapsulates the tension between law and disorder, encapsulating a classic trope of undercover films while adding a unique twist with its automotive focus. The impact and legacy of The Fast and the Furious are undeniable, as it not only sparked a franchise that has spanned over 2 decades, but also significantly influenced car culture and action cinema. It helped popularize the street racing scene globally, inspiring a generation of car enthusiasts and filmmakers alike. The film's success paved the way for increasingly ambitious sequels, each raising the bar for action sequences and ensemble casts. Moreover, it catapulted its stars, especially Paul Walker and Vin Diesel, into Hollywood stardom, creating a cultural phenomenon that transcended the screen. Even today, its influence is felt in the way action movies incorporate practical effects and in the enduring appeal of its high-speed, high-stakes storytelling.